Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be going through with you some of my favorite makeup and skincare items that I was loving in these past few months. It's actually been a while since I have done a favorites video, so I thought I would sit down and do one for you guys today. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. So first, I wanted to touch up on a few skincare items that I've been loving before I get into talking about makeup products. This is the Physicians Formula Refreshment Cucumber and Bamboo Eye-Depuffer. It is colorless, obviously. It is just like a balmy kind of texture, and you obviously, because it's a depuffer, I apply this in the mornings. You know, when I put my moisturizer and things like that, I'll put it underneath my eyes. I mean, it does exactly what it says. You know, it kind of cools down the eye area, kind of depuffs my eyes a little bit, and just makes me feel more awake in the morning. So I've been loving this Physicians Formula Refreshment Cucumber. You know, sometimes you can even put this in the fridge and that will give you like an additional kind of cooling effect. But I just keep it in my washroom and I use it in the morning whenever I get ready. I love Physicians Formula products, so thought I would recommend this from the drugstore. Another skincare item I've been loving is the Ordinary 100% plant-derived squalane. It is pretty much a facial oil. That's what it looks like. So you can apply this, you know, after you have added serum and things like that. So this is my last step in my skincare routine in the morning, and I have been really enjoying this. I have a full video dedicated on the Ordinary in my channel, so I will link that in the info box above so you guys can check it out, because I don't want to talk too much about the Ordinary products. I've been loving this one, but you can hear about it more in my other video, so do check that out. And I'm gonna just mention this quickly. I just have been enjoying the Ordinary foundations. This one right here is the coverage one, but there's also the serum foundation, which is more of like a sheer coverage, and the coverage foundation is more of a medium coverage. So do check that video out and you'll get some more info on Ordinary products in general. Moving on, I wanted to talk about another foundation that I've been loving. I've been loving this NARS Radiant foundation. I'm in the shade Aruba. It's just a radiant foundation. It's a medium coverage foundation. It's what I'm wearing today on my face. You know, I quite like it because it's not too drying, and to me it doesn't feel too thick or anything like that. It's just like the perfect amount of coverage. It does give you a little bit of dewiness, like just a little bit, you know, so I can like wear this foundation pretty much all day. I love this foundation. I know some people don't like it, and that's okay. Foundations are such a personal thing. I've been wearing it non-stop for the last 2 months, I think. As soon as I got it, fell in love, and the color actually matches me very nicely, which is why I love it so much. So next up is palettes, and I wanted to talk about this Burgundy Bar eyeshadow palette from Maybelline. I mean, the colors, you know, Maybelline has been hit or miss with their eyeshadow palettes, but I love their City Mini collection, and I've also been loving this Burgundy Bar palette. Like, I'll swatch a few shades. You can just see like how pigmented these are. Like, so those are the swatches right there. They look amazing, and they actually stay on your eyes for a very long time. The only thing I'm gonna say is that there's so many like shimmers in this palette, and only these two mattes. More mattes in this palette would have been nice. You know, we don't need so many shimmers and just 2 mattes. Like, it's hard to work with in that way. But other than that, the pigmentation is just beyond, and I love this palette, guys. So yeah, it's an affordable palette out there. Just thought I would mention it. Next up, I want to talk about concealer. Since we are on the topic of face products right now, wanted to talk about this concealer. This is from Colourpop. This is their No Filter Concealer. I'm wearing the shade today, medium 30. That is medium 30 right there. You know, I've heard that it oxidizes a little bit, which is probably true. It has a creamy consistency, and it has a medium coverage. I don't think it's like full coverage, but it covers up my under eyes pretty nicely. I am not much of a full coverage kind of concealer person, so the Colourpop one I've been loving these past few months. especially this shade in particular. I have another shade, but that one I used to spot conceal. This one's more for like underneath the eyes, kind of brightening effect, if you will. So moving on to blushes, this is the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette. Now Natasha Denona released two palettes. One is Darya and one is this one. This is how the palette looks like. It is stunning, like unbelievably gorgeous palette. You know, all the colors are like highly pigmented. Just want to tell you, like the highlighters in here are like pretty spectacular. Even like their cream section and their powder section, just unbelievable formula. I mean, you know, I pay a lot for Natasha Denona, but something's just so different about her palettes, her ideas, I guess. True makeup artist, you know, it's just, she just thinks outside the box, and I love that about her and about Pat McGrath. They just are like, I mean, their makeup is just beyond beautiful. So if you guys have the cash, then definitely go for the Natasha Denona palette. If you don't, then that's fine too. So actually in the blush palette, I like the highlighters more, and I'm wearing the highlighters today. I have kind of layered on two highlighters. So yeah, just wanted to mention that. The highlighters are just like, the formula is just beyond amazing. Trust me on this one. I have another highlighter to share with you. This is the Colourpop Innuendo highlighting palette. Look at these beautiful shades, guys. I mean, stunning. And I actually like have a dedicated video on Colourpop releases. Just want to say, like, these shades are like so buttery and just so like so buttery and so smooth. It is like unreal. You know, if you're looking for a highlighter palette on a budget, go for Colourpop. It is all just buttery, creamy formula, and it is just like a wet look. I'm not sure if this palette is still in stock. If it is, then grab it. It is one of their better like highlighters out there. Next up, I just want to talk about this brush that I've been really loving. This is the Colorpop F5 Brush. That's what it looks like. I use this brush for highlighting today, but I also use this for powder. It is just like a perfect kind of like domed brush, and it's really soft, so it can get like underneath your eyes, and also like it's really densely packed, so you can use it for like highlighting and also just like patting on your makeup. Really beautiful brush. I have not come across a brush like this in a while, so I thought that I would mention that this kind of shape is nice, and it's like the perfect shape for a lot of like detailed work, if you will. Now we're going to talk about lipsticks, and that's going to be it. Want to give a mention to these Pixi lipsticks. These are the Liquid Matte Last lipsticks. I have been loving these so far. This is my favorite shade, Evening Rose. That's the shade right there. It's a beautiful everyday kind of color, but there's so many of these Pixi Matte Last liquids. But what I really like about this liquid lipstick is that it glides on. It's almost like a lip oil feeling. If you have ever tried out lip oils, it's that kind of feeling, but it is high pigment, and it actually stays on your lips for a while. It's not like perfectly matte, but it's, you know, like a demi matte kind of finish. It's great for everyday wear. So I've been loving these liquid lipsticks. You can get these at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada, and I think in the US you can get them at Target. So just keep that in mind. These are really great formula. Second lipstick brand that I wanted to talk about is Fenty Beauty. This particular one is in the shade Spanked. That's the shade right there. It is again stunning. I mean, it is a great everyday kind of color. The formula, these are like creamy mattes. So they're absolutely beautiful. I was mentioning that these lipsticks just glide on your lips, like they're amazing. I wish they had more lipstick though in the tube, but you know, I think I'm gonna be done with this pretty soon because I love the color so much. I also want to pick up another shade called Freckle Fiesta for the summer. It's like that kind of orange, so I definitely want to try it out. So that's it, you guys. These were all of my favorite beauty products that I was loving these past few months. If you guys liked my video, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my makeup channel so that you can come back here for more good content. Have a great day or night wherever you guys are, and I'll see you guys in my